Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 between Scary Faces and Team Bad English. I was so ashamed that they had to do the stomping in the last game that they forgot to tag themselves up here with their team name in the second series, but hey, we're gonna go with it. My name is Dragon Job. I'm joined by Mr. V and also Mac on stats. Mr. V, just a quick summary for those who missed the last game, because it was pretty short, it was easy to miss.
Scareface tried to Roche. They didn't successfully kill it. Evoker Sunstrike killed Venge, and then they just died to the snowball of Team Bad English. Invoker was like godlike quite quickly.
He was super stacked, and now tight. What?
Radiant team.
I mean, the band's alright. The band's alright, but this draft, maybe they're a bit on tilt after that stomp in the last game. I wouldn't blame them honestly, but I don't think Titan and Enigma picking that first is the way to go here, and it's just so easy to counter out at the end of the day. I mean, TBE they can just pick up
Silencer.
Silencer, and they just stop everything that's going on.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
I wouldn't like. I think they have to pick it now, otherwise it'll get banned. But there may be something else that they may look to get
Reserve time.
instead. So they're going to take some time to think about this. This is really heavy commitment from the side of Scaryface to teamfight. They'll probably get early mech on probably the Enigma, and Tide will just kind of farm up Arcanes and maybe go straight for the Blink, and the push will come. And with an Enchantress on your team, usually you want a little bit more time before kind of deathballing, but Enchantress is alright at dealing with the push.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's what Scaryface's plan has to be, right? I mean, just farm up the Enigma, go for the push, Tidehunter kind of doing his thing, and once the push starts, Tidehunter will be that insurance, right? I mean, you don't really want to commit too hard against the push when you know there's such a massive teamfight potential, initiation potential waiting in the back lines, but still,
10 seconds
the way that Scary Faces is drafting is, I mean, just the order is really, really odd because there's so many other heroes that have come through, actually leading TBE to take quite some time to finally settle on the Invoker as their second pick because there's so many other good heroes still left in pool now. But yeah, I mean, this might turn into something for Scary Faces. They might just pick up more team fight and go for the complete death ball. Bit of a revenge perhaps, but it's kind of hard to pull off at times.
Yeah, do you think this Invoker will go Quas-Wex if they are afraid of that Death Ball, just for that control factor? Or do you think he'll stick with the Exort build? The Exort worked really well from last game, and I doubt we'll see Surprise Me shy away from it.
Yeah, I mean, it can go either way, depending on how the draft goes from now on, how confident you feel about your lanes, and what other heroes obviously you pick up to try and deal with the push as it's coming to you. But with the Enchanters already, it's kind of one of these roamers that can put on aggression early, maybe getting a troll creep if you're lucky, or so centaur or something like that, to just walk into a lane, create some chaos, maybe catch someone, and these are situations where Sunstrike would be very, very helpful early on with providing that extra bit of damage. So I can definitely see him go Quas-Exort, but the control factor is super nice, obviously, just to take out also the mana with the Tornado EMP to make sure that Scary Faces isn't as teamfight effective as they need to be.
Yeah, for sure. If I was on the side of Team Bad English and I had to pick all three heroes right now for my team, I'd probably go Gyro, Rubik, and then maybe something like Avenger Line as my team. That's kind of like my game plan. Gyro for D-push and early kind of team fight to deter the push, and then Venge to kind of gank early on, and Rubik to seal the big ultimates. Like, that's what I would kind of be thinking towards as a drafter in this phase. And then for Scary Face right now, I think you want to see in the next pick on the side of Team Bad English what they go for before you commit to the death ball type thing. If you see just like a generic support, maybe you hold back a little bit and pick also something generic, but they have the disadvantage of having to pick third, first tier.
Yeah, so I probably want to see a bit more push. I mean, Nature's Prophet actually started in a pool that kind of. I already have the title though. I would push a title, the more of a support role. So maybe not the best choice, but.
No, man, what you do is you put Prophet
Okay, yeah.
solo safe, tied
Radiant
off
team
lane,
pick.
someone mid, and then just have two roaming supports. The 1-1-1
Enigma
duo
mid.
roaming
Yeah.
build.
Enigma mid, the roaming Winter
Yeah.
Wyvern. Maybe together with the roaming partner or something. But yeah, Scary Faces, they're gonna go for the big team fight here. Winter Wyvern obviously adding to that with the Winter's Curse. The problem with that is obviously with that kind of strat, it can fall flat on its face
10
if you don't
seconds
get
remaining.
mileage out of every single team fight. Because some of these ultimates
5
have a
seconds
really long
remaining.
cooldown. Right? Let's look at it. Ravage has 150 seconds. Black Hole,
Reserve time.
200 seconds level 1. Winter's Curse, 120 seconds at level 1. That is a long time. If you
Dire
don't win a
team
team
pick.
fight off of that, then TB has such a big room to maneuver and so much space to do whatever they want really. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes if your laning phase is going good enough, you can kind of get away with just using one or two ultimates in team fight and still have the third one to just try and confront the enemy when they're going for a push themselves. But it just,
10 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
it might seem easy to execute. Yeah, we just have big ultimates and win team
5
fights.
seconds
But it's actually
remaining.
very hard to space it out correctly to win a game off of that alone.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I think you have a two clump strategy.
Radiant team
On the
pick.
side of Scary Face, you have like one big ultimate off to one side and one big ultimate off to the other, and then you save your third ultimate, depending on which side needs it more. It's like Ravage on one side and Black Hole on the other. Like it would be ideal if you're able to stack them appropriately on top of each other. Like, okay, we have Rapid set up. Okay, now we have Black Hole, and then to finish off a Winter's Curse type thing.
10
But I
seconds
think if you
remaining.
get like just
5
like
seconds
that good of
remaining.
an initiation, you've won the fight without like the need for both the other ultimates. This is Wraith King pick.
Reserve time.
Um, oh man, I could be
Dire team
3 for 3 here on this Team Bad English prediction. But this
Maybe so
Wraith King
far.
pick is very strong because you can just heal up with that Vampiric Aura early on, and it kind of forces Team Bad English to pick something a little bit more mana drainy.
Radiant
Like they
team
could
pick.
go for like I don't know,
Well,
Quaswex Invoker, but
yeah.
leaves them too low on damage.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's a Lebanese. It's definitely an extra argument to go Quaswex.
Hmm.
Just to have that mana
10
burn
seconds
available for
remaining.
sure, but they have the line as well. It's also mana drain. And
5
Brave King doesn't have a
seconds
high mana pool,
remaining.
so line if he maxes out if he has the mana drain maxed out, which is kind of a
Reserve time.
conscious decision that you have to make if you're really worried about the Brave King reincarnate, because you'd rather have some extra points on Hex as well, and the Earthspike obviously. But later down the line, Lion will be able to suck Wraith King die pretty damn fast unless he builds heavy into some
10
intelligence items for the
seconds
mana
remaining.
pool. And I
5
think they have
seconds
decent ways
remaining.
already right now to deal with the Wraith King. But if they're really worried, can they just go for an anti-mage here as their core pickup?
Dire team
You
pick.
feel like this
I think it's too greedy.
yeah, it might be.
It's really good, but I think it's just too greedy because the push will come. Oh, and Scary Faces pick up the mid PL
Radiant
from
team pick.
themselves. It's a deny pick here.
Alright, so Enigma,
Anti-mage.
there's the anti-mage. Okay, they're not worried at all by the looks of it.
Okay.
So that's gonna be the hard counter to the one position Wraith King. Phantom Lance in the mid lane. We'll see how that works out. It's a good matchup against the Invoker, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard. Poppex told me, but yeah. Haven't quite seen it in action as much yet myself. But Winter Wyvern kind of supporting up in the top lane, Enigma jungling, Tidehunter in the off lane. So those should be the lanes with Scary Faces. TBE with a overall a bit greedy maybe, but well-run lineup. They have some good supports to help out the anti-mage early in lane if necessary. They have the off-lane Enchantress who can also benefit from maybe Lion or the Rubik helping out, grabbing some kills perhaps. And the Invoker, that's the biggest question mark, whether it goes Quasix Sword or Quaswex.
10 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
I don't know. The anti-mage is actually pretty good versus the PL as well due to the
5
Battle Fury
seconds
buildup.
remaining.
So maybe I was a little bit too quick to kind of go against the AM here. I think it could work out for them. It's just that they just need to kind of keep him alive and allow him to get to that critical mass where he can split push, like maybe
Prepare
Battle
for
Fury Vlad's to kind of cut waves for his team. As we have, on this Wyvern coming in. This is the second time this series that she's smoked mid on the Wyvern, or TP'd mid, and then gotten an early observer down.
This is big commitment, right? I mean, the TP to mid lane, put a ward down here, block this camp. That's just a straight up good decision, right? Especially if you're up against an offlane Enchantress, just taking out this creep camp. Wouldn't be too surprised to see him just block up this one as well. Just make sure the Enchantress has to go very, very deep into the jungle to, there you go, yeah. Very deep into the jungle to find a creep to work with. But using a smoke for that, maybe a bit too much overcommitment, but yeah. We'll see how the game works out, I
30
suppose.
seconds.
This is game number 2 of this best of 3 series between Scary Faces and Team Bad English. If you guys are just tuning in, it's a 60-minute stomp at game number 1. TBE taking that handily. My name is Dragonjar, bringing this match alongside Mr. V in the co-casting chair, and on stats, I'm gonna have Mac_Dota on Twitter. Let's take a quick look at the lineups here. Starting with TBE, we've got Pwn on the Enchantress. Actually on the other side of the map right now, not in that offlane position. We've got Surprise Me Please back on the Invoker. Fury on the Anti-Mage with a pretty scary looking set, I might add. I think he's mixed and matched some of his weapons as well. Makes it a bit odd. But yeah, Zenigata here on the Lion supporting. Same for Miranda on the Rubik.
That's the anti-mage item kind of looks like the kind of alien weapons from Halo. But meanwhile, on the side of Scary Faces, we have Shadow on the offlane Tidehunter, starting with that Iron Talon build, and he's just not even going to go to lane off the bat. We have the Har on the Jungle Enigma, not wanting to go back to that offlane after that last game. In the mid lane, we have Player on the mid Phantom Lancer, and in the safe lane, all by his lonesome, is Cooper. And I'm missing someone. Where's the Wyvern off to?
Think Eknard here on this. Ooh, however you want to pronounce that. Hello? This is not an escape route for any other hero, but of course he has the Arctic Burn. It's a right click off and then just flies over. Actually, no,
he didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
Jukes.
Oh, Cold Snap here, Cold Snap in the middle lane, surprise me. And a Cold
He
Snap
might die. To the Shockwave, the Wyvern.
Oh, yeah, the
might
Shockwave spam is real, yeah. Yeah, they have... That Satras actually has even more move speed. Yeah, so this might just be the first blood here. What the hell? I mean, we've seen Satras be very effective, but... Well, needs one more, but the tower should save him. It would have been a bit too freaky, I believe, but hey. Almost. Actually, still looking for it, but it's gonna time out now.
Jukes are real.
Might get one more. One more. It's not gonna be enough damage now. I mean, microing correctly, but yeah, it's back into this game. So you have this Rave King, kind of having an easy time. We've got Pwn making his way up top here now. I mean, I think he figured out that his camps were blocked off. So instead of just trying to do ward there, he just went to the other side of the map first, grabbing a creep there, and then made his way back up here. That means that Rave King got a bit of free farm. Then again, there's not a whole lot that Pwn can really do up against it anyway, right?
Yeah, not really. One thing to note here is from side of Team Bad English or Team English Bad, their supports kind of have a hard time like getting farm off the map as Rubik and Line. Like, they have secured farm for the AM, and there's just no intention of contesting it from the side of Tide. But the sports can't really farm the way Enigma can.
Oh, look at this. Look at Zenigata. They see him, though. The tower has enough vision to just... actually, yeah, the tower had enough vision to see him come down there. So, the courier will be safe. That's a good point, actually. I mean, these kind of supports, they're not really, except for not using the jungle, you can only really have one pulling and stacking and getting XP off of that. That's going to be Miranda. The other one's kind of condemned to walk around the map and try and make something happen, which is it's kind of hard, actually, if you think about it. I mean, who do you go on? The way is restarting the entire internet.
I had the lag as well. Did it hit you or no?
Don't think so, no.
Okay.
Once a game I have the weird little lag spike, but it's just my connection. Not this time though, I don't think. At least I didn't notice it.
Okay. Nice. So Enigma's got his soul ring up already. So it's not the fastest juggle Enigma I've seen, but he's well on his way to getting early mech or early blink. As we have a DC here from AM as well. How's his CS doing? This will be 20 for 20 with this CS, I think.
Yeah, unless he misses it somehow, but no, it's gonna be perfect CS here from Few. But similar kind of story though for Cooper. It's Rave King. And obviously the Enigma in the jungle, I think the most CS as you would expect, especially with these small ones adding up.
He may have actually missed 4 creeps. I'm not positive on that though.
We should memorize these numbers actually. But yeah,
Because there'd be
is the creep wave at 30 seconds? That's when it starts, right? Or does it start at 0?
it starts at 0.
Yeah.
So this is the 3-minute creep wave coming. So we had the 0, 31, 132, and 230, which is 6. And the only is 20 CS. So it looks like he's missed 4 CS. So.
Alright. Fury, bad farmer. Please report. CS.
Well, maybe he missed some due to like towers or the supports pulling type thing. It's not too bad. He's ahead of the Wraith King. But Enigma's leading. Of course, it's inflated because it's jungle creeps. But with 26 CS at 302, it's kind of intimidating to have this jungle Enigma while you have 2 supports that can't really do anything.
Hosts?
Oh, AM's like out of the game.
Oh, he was reconnecting but left the game. Oh no.
He missed the button. Buttons are hard to press. You know, he missed those 4 CS, and then he missed the reconnect button.
Alright, so we're gonna remake the lobby, guys. We're gonna start this game again. See you guys soon. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Ria host here, so gonna go straight to that over. So in case we forget, the re-host of the game 2 between ScaryFaceZZZ and Team Bet English, Gadrox, tagged up as Fury here for TBE. He wanted to reconnect, but instead he clicked on the leave game button. Yeah.
Kind of expected. He'd missed 4 CS, so
yeah, he has a lot
rage.
he has issues with buttons, so apparently. So please all report him whenever you see him in your games. But yeah, we have the same lineups. All pick remake. It was only 3 minutes in. Really kills happen just yet. So just gonna deal with it the way it is.
Do you level 1 Roche if you're Scary Face now? Like with the Wraith King? I think you can do it, right?
Not really.
And then you have Gush, and you have Malefice and Phantom Lance, so you Phantom Lance to break the proc, or Spirit Lance rather, and then you Gush.
Prepare for battle.
I would do it. I would do it.
Well, this is why you're not a professional player, dude. Exactly why you're not a professional player, but yeah. This is game 2.
I'm getting there.
This is still Tactics game 2, so we're just gonna forget about what happened. First part, yeah, even Winter Wyvern being a fair player, plopping down the same kind of wards, using the same kind of smoke that he did before, so. And yeah. Alright. Apparently, we're not the only ones having issues, so Mag can actually pop stats now. You notice.
Yeah, I don't think they were working early on in game 1, but he reconnected and they were working after, so that's good.
Also an issue in game 1 where I just couldn't click on a map. So I had to restart Dota for that too. But... Volvo, please! All I can say to that, but yeah. Gonna see similar kind of things here.
By the way, workshop artists, if you have couriers you would like to promote, I would suggest donating them to one of these two teams, as both are currently using the jockey courier.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like I constantly see this as well with these teams.
The
Figure
battle
that
begins.
they did have cosmetics, but it's, I've heard that that in lobby settings you can kind of disable the use of cosmetics, but then we wouldn't have this anti-mage weird anti-mage set going on with the golden bash on one side and a shout of retribution on the other hand. It's like, oh well, as it stands, the game will go on for a second time.
I'm
So,
surprised they didn't go and block the Tide camp. Like, he didn't contest the lane last time, so they probably
Yeah.
should have gone and blocked the Hardy camp.
They didn't block in first time, so just fair play to just go for the same kind of play style, the same kind of moves that you went. Like we saw the Unterwire go for that, and also the Enchantress now getting creep somewhere else, but well, this is where it becomes a little bit different here. Almost wanted to say Zenigata, but it's actually this time around on Unterwire and helping out the Phantom Lanceman mid is. So take me through this matchup here. Who's favored here?
Well, with the Wyvern coming in early on, I think PL kind of has this early advantage. He had to pop his health, but PL should be fine to get his levels here. I'm not too familiar playing Invoker versus PL. I play a lot of PL in the safe lane, but I haven't taken him mid yet.
So, gotta remember to pick Modpack's brain about this because he mentioned that. Yeah, I mean it's something that we see a lot in this SEA scene, which I haven't actually casted a lot. That's where this fad kind of comes from. It is decent. I mean, if you go for a bottle, you're gonna be able to constantly spam out the Spirit Lance, which, oh god, haha, you actually get tracked down by Pony, and it's gonna be first blood. It's like that, a bit of a different creep. Well, secure on that, so hey, good on him. Going aggressively into the jungle as in that offlane position for Pony, netting the first blood. Good rotation.
I'm also counting Fury CS this game to see if it's actually...
Alright. But yeah, I mean, Phantom Lancer, you can spam them down. You have the doppelganger to kind of deal with the cold snap and these kind of things that normally make the Invoker kind of hard to deal with once he gets a couple of levels in.
Yeah, he's definitely out CSing the Invoker. It's 9-4, and 5-3 right now. So, player kind of being on the dominating end of this mid lane as the Rubik illusions kind of come in to deter him from the lane for a little bit.
These illusions did 0 damage, by the way. 0.
Yeah.
6 armor.
Face boots up on Enchantress. She may go for Wyvern here. No. Creepy Blade comes in.
Does he care though? I mean, he's gonna go for a whole loop-de-loop. Couple of right clicks will be thrown out. Does have the slow available, but doesn't even need it here. With 380 move speed towards 285, that's gonna get stunned up by Cooper here, finally helping his buddy out, but he should be fine with the 1 point up is untouchable. And the face boot also going. Bottom lane though, Shadowway is dropping quite low, but the Titan are very hard to deal with. That's an
Okay, he only missed 1 CS so far, not 4.
Alright, sitting at this 20-1-1 last hit. Same for the Wraith King up top, and now the
Top lane.
another stun on phone. Good slowdown here with the Splinter Blast as well as the what's it called, the Arctic Burn. We'll be able to get the kill. Then got a rotation just a little bit too late, but at least he'll be able to get some levels off this lane.
Yeah, it's always a good call if your carry is safe to rotate to the offlane as support to get this XP if it pushes into tower. Even some CS on this line can be super valuable if he gets up in early boots rather.
Player, he has bottle on the courier. He hasn't started to actually ship it out until just now. Definitely needs it. Stun on Zenigata. Couple of right clicks here, nice little Splinter Blast. Zenigata eats a Fairy Fire, but still end up falling here. Yeah, as even after the South being popped. But Cooper, oh, you dropped down 40 health points himself. Meanwhile, in bottom lane. So rotation from Shadowway, he coming in. It's Fury and Miranda putting pressure on the tower.
Invoker also got the kill on PL.
Okay, yeah.
He baited off the Doppel with the Cold Snap and then hit him with Tornado to get the kill.
Nice. Quite seated with all the other action across the map, so... But yeah, players back now, Invoker though with that kill. Gonna have a bit of an advantage in this lane going forward. You already see it in terms of CS now.
Yeah, player was doing really well, especially with that Wyvern rotating in early on. But with that kill, Invoker's kind of leveled the playing field and probably is actually a little bit ahead. He's got his base boots up and can contest the actual damage of the PL for these last hits.
It's one thing that the PL has over pretty much almost all other heroes. Has very good right click damage early on. Only comparable to really, oh god, there's a line coming in. Nice little dodge there from Doppelganger though. Cold Snap on the wrong target. EMP comes out. Not a lot of mana to burn for player, and surprised me, please didn't want to dive any further. Dropping as low as he did, but
I think if he guesses right, that's a kill.
yeah, absolutely. Well, as it stands, gonna smoke up S3. Got Zenigata as well as Miranda here.
Don't
Leave the game, dude.
Don't leave. Don't leave the game. Buttons are hard.
There's some internet issues, but yeah, it's Deja vu. At least they're having fun. So are we. Guess this is the time where we'll look at effigies.
I really like the coddle. Who had the coddle? It's on the Radiant side.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Just kind of falling over, or
Maybe
this kind of awkward horse leap.
Maybe pick me coddle pwn someday. On the drafter apparently doesn't want to give that over to Zenigata. Next to that hero that we haven't seen in a long time, a little Shrek actually. Or standing here. Obviously the showcase view is still bugged as hell, so you can't properly look at it.
If you click on the Morphling and then go showcase and then go back to it, does it like alternate between two animations?
What?
If you go to the Morphling effigy
Yeah.
and then
effigy?
click on it, does it change position in between the showcase and not showcase?
Yeah, I mean, the bug has been here for a while, so if you go showcase, you kind of see all the cosmetics the way they're supposed to be, but you still see the base model. But then if you go out and then you hover over the effigy outside of showcase mode, it just turns to normal. Updates it properly. Top lane, nice little stun here after the TP Cooper. We're quite low to this creep, so they're gonna get the stun off onto Pwn here. Went up untouchable, gets a heal off this time around as well, a little bit earlier now. Maybe it's 5 here with the Miranda's help, perhaps after smoke rotation. Nice little stun there. Cooper dropping low, not quite low enough to really bring him down, but he's definitely forced back to base. And even get the Winter Wyverns and got us here with the follow-up stun. It's gonna be that one going down. So the smoke rotation that started in the middle lane before the pause, coming to a finish, ending up in a kill. Waking still sitting around here. Don't know that's the play. I mean, it's almost level 6. So makes him a bit safer, but it doesn't have to matter to support it.
I wonder what he's doing up here. Maybe he's waiting for
Miranda,
someone.
if he eats his way through, he does. He eats his way through. He finds Cooper, just knocks him down. Oh, that's like 50 health point to go back to base with no mana either. I mean, that's just a questionable decision there from him.
Okay, so we've got the Urn build coming out from the Invoker mid. Quas Wex fully committed.
Yeah.
But he's just got to get an early kill, and then that Urn just has super value as he goes on to PL in the mid lane. PL doppels away, but Rubik is there to zap him and Fade Bolt away the PL.
Yeah.
Invoker gets his Urn charges. He is happy.
That zoning potential from the EMP meant that he had to doppelganger in this direction. A beautiful rotation once again from TBE, coming back from top lane, intercepting that, and yeah, once again TBE looks like they're in complete control of the game. Anti-Mage kind of being left alone. On the way to that battlefield, he gets a tower kill, and he has to deal with a Tidehunter, but there's not a whole lot that he can do unless he wants to pop the Ravage, and he does. Fury will end up falling, disrespecting a little bit of the Tidehunter, but it looks good.
I don't know what Fury was doing there. I was like, oh, Tide can kill him.
Pwn, no black hole evade. No black hole, they could have gotten it with the souling, but didn't end up needing it, so they will bring down the enchanters as well. Help was just around the corner, but not quite close enough. They might be able to get something back though. They have the tornado EMP at the ready. Actually, he has the cold snap invoke. Gonna go and just burst down the Enigma. Kuba will be coming back though if they bring him down. Oh, never mind. They at the EMP back, so very well disciplined. Bursting down so quickly, just waiting for the MP to knock away its mana. And despite his mess up there from Fury in the bottom lane, maybe he didn't find the blink button. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, misclicked abandon instead of blink.
Mid lane, another tornado comes out. Player does have doppelganger available. On level 1 he has a bunch of illusions though, it's kind of hard to figure out who's who and gets the ultimate on the wrong target. And now with the rotation in from Shadow Way, gotta get the counter kill, but hey, big rotations and gotta comes in. Zaps down at the Phantom Lance and well, Titan's just lucky that he's tanky. Wasn't too deep though. Miranda with an extra rotation. That's gonna be him going down eventually here, despite the cold embrace coming out. They have the follow-up stun. They have enough right clicks at this point. Be able to clean him up too, and gonna turn it into a bush with a bit of extra help from the Enchantress creeps. I think we need a bit more than that with the Wyvern able to nuke through that nice little spell called Splinter Blast.
Yeah, Wyvern's pretty good for the deep push here.
But yeah, that's the third time player went down. Can he really afford that?
Probably, actually. The game's progressing pretty slowly. Like, yes, there's been over a kill a minute, but I feel like Enigma's just kind of been statically farming, and now he's got his blink.
We're out of mana, cold snap on top of him, follow up, the stolen stun actually gonna be denied by their own tornado, but they're still gonna get the kill. We had some next bites here on Fury, so that's what he's gonna blame. Still gonna reconnect though. Please. Fury.
Not going to leave. Leaves.
I think he meant that he's not gonna abandon this time. And
Yeah.
I would definitely not recommend that because 10 minutes in with 10 to 5 kills, this is not a game that you want to rehost at this stage. But so we
I
got
don't
that
think they would.
No.
They just get DQ'd. If it's like once, it's okay, but like twice, probably not. But yeah, one thing Rubik has to be a little bit careful about is casting spells with the tornado, because tornado kind of disjoints and the heroes are actually invulnerable when they're up in their tornado. And Rubik cast Face Fire Blast there, and it didn't actually hit the Wraith King because he was up in the tornado.
Yep.
So it's just something to be aware of as Rubik, that tornado can be actually almost devastating if you steal a big ultimate and go to cast it.
It's just a bit of a communication issue at this stage. There goes a bit of stat action during the pause. Mana drainings versus Wraith King. Lion, Anti-Mage. Oh wow, that's good stats against Lion actually. But against the Anti-Mage as well as the Invoker, as you would expect, some good bursty mana drain. This game we have all three, which has apparently never happened before in Record Pro Dota. So hey, it's a hard game for a Wraith King as a result.
Yeah, he's definitely relying a lot on the control offered by the Enigma Tidehunter and Winter Wyvern in these team fights to keep him safe. One thing I want to point out is this AM, with that early kill, has opted to get an early ring of regen. He's doing a lot of wave cutting, or maybe not a lot, but he's willing to kind of tank creeps for a bit and has kind of started already committing to the Vladimir's offering, which I'm not so happy with. He may have wanted to go for a quick Manta just to kind of add that extra survivability of the Manta dodge, but it could work out.
And also, he's in an aggressive capacity up against a Wraith King who I'd almost like to see pick up a Soul Ring at this stage. I mean, just being able to, just before you die, pop the Soul Ring so you at least have any chance of coming back, because right now, TBE, they have all the space in the world to just wait for the EMP to take away his mana. Bit of control that they have between their heroes, he's always going to be in range of that.
Yeah, and he's he deals a lot of damage with the Mortal Strike. The crit is like kind of decides on whether or not he'll end up killing Enchantress in lane a few times. Is decided whether or not he gets a lucky crit. And on the side of Scary Faces, they can't really afford to wait for their PL to fully come online. He had a rough laning stage. He already has 3 deaths, so the defusal is going to be delayed. The boots of travel or power treads are going to be delayed. So I think they really actually need to devote some more resources to keeping this Wraith King alive and ensuring that he has a good start.
Yeah. I think this is where the Enigma comes in. I mean, sure he gave up first blood, but that's a bit unfortunate. But outside of that, he's still Enigma, right? He's still farming as well as he would, as he could. Actually, going for the Blink Dagger first item, which is something that we don't always see actually, because normally it's mechanism kind of build up, right? Which the Titan is going for in this game to opt to turn around like this, just to have that initiation, just to have that potential to catch TB off guard and create that space in a team fight for the rest of the lineup to do what they want to do, despite being a bit behind at the end of the lane stage here. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Enigma to help Scary Faces back, getting back into this.
Yeah, he's actually leading their team in terms of net worth right now. And the offlane Enchantress is actually higher net worth than the enemy carry, the Wraith King. And Rubik's actually only within like 110 gold of the Wraith King as well. So if you think kind of that's bad, like the PL is also on level, if not behind, the Rubik in terms of net worth right now. So I think this early greed build has actually not been paying off for them this game. In the other game, when the lanes were kind of more static and there wasn't any kills for 3 minutes, I think they had a pretty good start. But in this game, the Invoker kind of got off to a good start and has started snowballing his other lanes.
Alright, pause is going longer. Still offline. And now we're also missing Tidehunter. Alright.
Wrecked.
Starting to run out of things to talk about.
Oh, and there are always things to talk about.
There are always, but sometimes it's just frustrating as well to have these long pauses.
Yeah,
Keep
for
having
sure.
to talk, and you know that you always gonna keep having to keep talking throughout the rest of the game as well, which might go to like 60, 70 minutes or some shit. You don't know. Just don't know. Probably not though.
Tide Enigma.
Yeah.
Okay. How many people do you think are going to be in the first Enigma black hole?
2 at most.
Okay.
TB.
I'm going to say 0.
Okay. Don't
And
believe in
0 as in it gets immediately cancelled within a half second type thing.
Okay.
Like he may like get more people, but I think it's going to be immediately cancelled.
That's different though. That's different than not catching it.
Okay.
So you gotta.
Okay. I'm going to say 1 then.
Yeah.
1 and then immediately cancelled.
Alright.
Then Tide's already got a solo kill with his Ravage, which is now off cooldown. I don't think AM will fall for the same trick again, but he might. It's Fury, you never know. He accidentally clicked leave game instead of reconnect, so mistakes have been made.
Make no mistake, I'm not gonna let him forget about this.
Okay.
I'm gonna flame him in every single cast going forward whenever I see TBE. Well, they're having fun with it too, also in the lobby chat, so it's like... I feel like I'm justified.
I'm thinking about these boot choices. Invoker phase boots. I like it, but it kind of prevents you from going into boots of travel until later. But if you're rushing Orchid, I think having phase boots is like ideal type thing.
Yep.
That's where we end the game. They just killed Wraith King. Ravage is off cooldown shortly. Enigma has Blink. They spotted Bambi, and she's now sprinting around at max movement speed. Okay, we're in Dota.
If you're startling a deer, they just start running away like crazy, so that's exactly what happened here. So, Bold with Ace doing sprinting away. That's a bit of smoke up here as I
And smoke.
get a lag spike here, but back in time. They're gonna go deep on surprise.
1 man!
Well, one man Cronus, one man into the Ravage actually catches and guard in the back. Fury blinking in, looking for target to go on, but oh, it's really low on mana. There it is, Enigma now, but it doesn't quite get that ultimate off. Tries to blink away, but with the Malefice it's just impossible. Just feeds himself as well.
Tower is under attack.
And well, I said 2 at most, so I'm also justified.
Okay.
Committing to a
Fair.
single digit, to a single number. Kind of helped me out there,
Radiant's
but
middle tower.
that's a big commitment, right? This is whether I think whether they won this team fight or not will be judged in the next 2 minutes during the time that these 2 ultimates are on cooldown. Because if now TBE can make something happen in these next 2 minutes where they have that space, then
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
it's not going to be as effective as it is now, as it looks now at face value. If you know what I mean.
I don't think they can do anything. AM doesn't have his Battle Fury yet. Invoker still doesn't have Orchid. Like, even with these ults off cooldown, like, maybe they get this tier 1 top, but ScaryFaceZZZ is just going to go back to safe farming and then wait for their ulti, and I don't think Team Bad English will be able to sufficiently press the issue.
Find out. I mean, Invoke is one of the prime candidates to maybe make that happen, but the rest of them, she's smoked up here inside the dire side jungle. They might find Cooper again. And they need some mana burn though, unless they just want to deal with a second life. Looks like that is the case with Surprising Please and Fury. Taking care of the rest, there's the Winter's Curse. You're trying to keep them away a little bit. It still means that their one position hero has been killed off by the rest of TB's lineup. Once
Okay, their one position is like 4th on net worth. So
it's kind of spot rifting at this point, yeah. It's
Radiant's bottom tower
this is what I was talking about, right? The Winter's Curse came out, they didn't really do anything with it. It's kind of saved 2 heroes' asses, but not their Wraith Kings. Now they're gonna lose another tier 1 tower. Actually force a rotation now, so it's a good play from ScaryFaceZZZ picking that up, but if they lose play here, that's not worth it either. Nice little dodge on that EMP, but Hara's coming back, actually Fury. Called with the Malefice, kind of hard to engage with that. And try and commit on to play here. Need a little bit more damage though here. Ultimate comes out, but the heals and the arcane boots preventing a lot of the damage from coming out. Fury is dropping low. You gotta get
What
the
are
hell
you
out
doing,
there. You can't
Fury?
commit any further into the Ravage. Why are you doing this? Still alive for the time being. Stolen Ravage from Miranda turns around, but Shadowway with the one more anchor smash cleans up the anti-mage as well as the Rubik and now Zenigata. 3rd one on the list. Once again, top lane though, Wraith King dies a 2nd time, but these decisions.
what are you doing, Fury?
I don't. You're an anti-mage. You're freaking anti-mage. You're not a gyrocopter.
is under attack.
You're not a Slark.
Why? Like I've made similar mistakes on anti-mage, but I don't think I've made them like this many times in the same game type thing.
I am doing them constantly, right? I'm just thinking, yeah, let's just try to maybe help out my team, right? Get a couple of kills here and there. What can happen? This can happen, right? Anti-mage.
Bottom tower is under
There's just so much space and map for him to farm, but instead he goes for these kind of plays. Even dropping to like 200 health points and still blinking in deeper, blinking in further. That was just, I don't know what that was.
Like, you think it was kind of salvageable because Rubik stole Ravage, but not at all. Like, they all died and Rubik loses Ravage anyways, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can say, oh, they forced out Ravage or whatever, but AM still died. They still, like, lost 3 big kills. And AM has no progress towards Battle Fury or Vlad's.
Exactly.
Like,
It's
none.
outside. He died 3 times altogether now. And
Invoker top lane, just harassing.
Right. It's another 1300 gold for the battlefield now, and if he had just kept farming, I want to say he would almost have it by now.
Yeah, he could have it if he didn't miss a few CS as well.
He's going back to farming now, very dangerously here. Ravage on cooldown player, really able to lock him down along with Zenigata. Looks like he
What are you doing, Fury?
takes a bit too much damage. Maybe just waiting for Zenigata to come in, get in range for a stun to turn around and do some extra damage, but that wasn't to be. Meanwhile in mid, and Invis on Enchantress might set up for something. Got a ha-ha there and front lines. They need some more help though, and it's again Fury. Black Hole is back off cooldown here. Impotence has come out. Oh, might just be able to get the kill as it is. Miranda there with a follow-up. But quite enough to bring him down. There it is. Surprise me, please.
Radiant's
When that
middle
extra bit of
tower
magical
is under
damage to make sure the
attack.
Cold Embrace doesn't save him any further.
Does Earn give you 2 charges for the first kill and then
Yes.
1 charges for every additional one?
Yes.
I was
Indeed
looking
it
at the
is.
mechanics there and I couldn't find it written, but I always assumed it worked like that.
Yep.
Alright, Fury getting close to that Battle Fury. Armlet is nearing completion for the Wraith King. I don't think this will help him too much though. Like if your Armlet toggling into an Invoker line, it's quite risky as they get a kill mid on the Wyvern. RIP Wyvern 2016.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I can't draw with the mouse. I never could, but hey, you get the idea. Just straight up out of position, getting caught out. Top lane, Cooper. Sitting at
Single
1,
smoke.
5 and 2, smoking Miranda here. We'll see him here. Revealing the fact that there's a ward spotting him out, but there's the MP, you're just waiting on that. Cold snap, everything. Killing. Now, whoa,
This
what's
poor
going on?
Wraith
What's going on
King.
down here, actually? Pwn might be in trouble, has the heal going. For the time being, haha, gets some elephants on top. They need a little bit more, but no one else is really joining that fight. Pwn will be able to stay alive. Now look at TBE collapse. Fury on the side, waiting for the opportunity to go in. Haha, with the black hole, that's the one. Immediately cancel. There's the Ravage, just a little bit too late to save the Enigma. That'll lead some more damage. He almost brought down the Invoker, but not quite. Gets the Ghostwalk off. Here's follow-up stun from Senegal. He's controlling up the Tidehunter. Meanwhile, in the back, Fury coming in. Trying to clean house, Shadow away. Well, they're just trying to burst him down with everything that they have, but that's still the tanky Tidehunter. Don't think they can win the fight. That being said though, TBE dropping kinda low. Fury, yeah, this time he blinks into the right direction. That's gonna have to bend in any further pursuits, as they did lose their Rubik. It's the only casualty. It's still a good trade for TBE overall. But
Okay, good play by Fury. I was confused as to why I didn't mana void the Tide there, because it would have killed him. But he didn't have the mana to mana void and blink out, so it would have been tied for him.
Yep.
Which actually would have been worth, because Tide is leading the net worth for the Dire. But
for everyone actually, I mean, him and the anti-mage actually right on top of each other, which is interesting.
good timing, stats man.
Wow. Did you guys coordinate that?
Yeah.
Okay. Freaking
No, I didn't.
You just had to say yes.
Just
Or
had
you had to say no, we didn't coordinate, we just felt each other. Yeah, you're just that good. See, Mac is doing it right. He's doing it right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just saying.
back to the game. Enigma's still trying to farm up. But Invoker on a bit of a mission. Scout out player, he will scout out haha, has his walk in, plus the cold snap, that should be a dead Enigma. Alright, especially with Miranda coming in with an expert burst. Keep finding these kills. With these ultimates on cooldown.
Pick
Oh,
off
no.
Invoker is really strong. Oh no. Not this again. RIP.
Could have been done 2 hours ago. Or the series even started, but no. Yeah, disconnect. But,
He's
yeah.
going to lose a lot more than packets if he keeps doing this, I can tell you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure how rebooting I don't
Helps.
think it's rebooting the PC. Probably rebooting router or something.
This Invoker's been really good. He's 6-2 and 6, so he's in 66% of his skills participation, just making a lot of space on the map, helping keep the Wraith King down. And I think a lot of what this game is kind of coming down to is how the Invoker has worked with his team to accelerate their farm and help them be successful. This AM has, I would say, tried to throw this game decently hard, but Invoker has kind of carried him enough and made these kills happen that Fury is actually able to kind of come back into this game, is actually second on net worth only to the Invoker, and they're essentially comparable in terms of net worth right now.
One thing I want to point out, if you look at the kills distribution actually on the side of Scary Faces, these supports, I mean Enigma having 5 kills, alright, it's kind of targets of opportunity. But outside of that, Tidehunter only 1, and also with the Wyvern only 2 kills. TBE have chosen to put a lot of emphasis on the two big damage dealers instead of the teamfight ultimate heroes. Right? They constantly ganked the Phantom Lance, they kept them away from farm. They constantly ganked the Wraith King, which is a really smart decision if you think about it, because TBE, they're still scaling, they're still tanking up, and at some point, if all you really have is the ultimates without the damage follow-up that you need on the side of Scary Faces, then these ultimates might be big, might catch a couple of heroes, but you're not gonna get kills off of that at the end of the day. Maybe he's playing it very smart in that sense as well. Yeah, shutting
Can
down
you
the
not
heroes that
draw
you need
Will
to
Pause?
You can't, no. You can draw on the map,
Oh.
but not, like on the mini map, but not on the.
Okay, I'm gonna draw an antenna for a hopefully we can boost his internet.
It's not how it works, dude.
It's a thought that counts. I just want him to come back so that this game could continue. Like, I think Team English Bad
What?
is I'm intentionally getting their name wrong just because it's ironic. Clearly intentional, guys, all intentional. I think they can win this game, but AM's going to have to come online into the late game. Like, Invoker can't carry this game forever. Like, maybe he can if he gets like Eggs Octarine Refresher,
I'm
but
sure he can.
I think they need AM to also be able to contribute like Battle Fury, Vlad's, Mantisile, BKB, or Abyssal. And so that he can blink in BKB and just like kill someone instantly with the Mana Void, Manta combo. But
Yep.
he's going to need a farm and he's going to need to stay safe. And he has to keep his mind kind of set on his objectives, not his team's objectives right now.
Yep, I would agree.
And he also has a really hard time fighting with only 1 point in Mana Break.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Like he just doesn't burn enough mana quick enough to really be impactful. Like hitting someone once, he burned 28 mana. Like, oh, okay, Tide can't cast Gush as well in his ulti combo or whatever, but he has Arcane, so it's fine. But if you get hit for 64 mana drain, like on Wraith King, that's like 6 times 5, 6 times 8. It's like 1/7 of his mana pool, and he needs almost half of it to pop his ultimate. Like, it's essentially 3 hits for Cooper to remove his mana pool if he has the full mana break. But right now it's, I don't know, 10 hits, which he's dead by anyways, right?
Yeah. Well, as it stands, I mean, if Fury just plays anti-mage instead of trying to emulate other heroes, he should be fine. He has that Battle Fury now. Complete a little bit later than he could have, but with that he should be able to accelerate his farm, even though they haven't really been stacking too much for him. But he will get to that point. I don't really see. I think ScaryFaces, the only way they can stop that is with heavy commitment from their ultimates. The Ravage and or the Enigma. But if they use that for just an anti-mage killer who's probably gonna be away from his team, hopefully, right? For the most part, then the rest of TBE is just gonna be able to do whatever they want. They have an Enchantress who's going into the Aghanim Scepter now, where he has the Phase Drums plus the Dragonlance. They have the Invoker who's doing extremely well, even without a minus on top of the network chart. It's also something. And they also have a Rubik with a Blink Dagger. I haven't mentioned that yet. And a Lion with an Ether Lens. So they have a lot of tools, a lot of burst damage, and a lot of control that these 4 heroes should be able to clean up a couple of Scary Faces. No
Deja
trouble
vu.
whatsoever. These ultimates are on cooldown, which is once again what it comes down to for me.
Yeah, and Bad English team also have the next level strats with the defensive warding. Wyvern has bought up a gem, but there are no wards for her to de-ward. So it's a very next level strat. Don't have wards on the map so they can't deward you. Or at least have them very defensive. Wyvern may have already gotten a ward. I'm not sure if she got an aggressively placed ward with the gem, but I think vision is so key for your Tidehunter Enigma initiations that this gem pickup is actually like really important, that they know that they're not being scouted when they go for the smoke plays.
Yep. Now the only observer ward that TV has is here, touching the room spot. If you look at the other side, also very defensive warding coming out from Scary Faces. Expecting TBE to be very aggressive styles, but looks like Fury is back, same for Shadowway. So let's hope we can get back into the game and wrap this up at some point.
I feel bad for Enigma. Like, you have to wait that entire time, and then you have an additional 30 seconds, which you're waiting to respond.
Idle thump. Okay, what's happening here? Well, you can micros Eidolons, but instead he's just feeding them. Oh no. Fury can. Don't have a lot of pause time left, so that might just have to micro him. And it looks like that's what they're gonna do.
So,
It's not hard at this stage, right? Just strike kick him to a jungle camp.
if he had Vlads, yeah, definitely.
Alright, so let's hope he stops that. Well, he can get his internet going soon. I mean, at some point you want to have him back when you go for these 5-man team fights, but as it stands, looks like Zenigata is doing that thing right now. Standing there on a lion.
Yeah.
Actually, do the colors matter? Like when someone disconnects out, right now you see the Invoker as well as Fury having the same color. Does that mean that Fury is being controlled up by the Invoker now? I don't know. He might be caught out. Get some blink.
I'm not sure. I don't think Invoker's controlling him.
Whatever the case, gonna have to try and make it work. This is a big handicap actually, but they do get the science off of the player. And an Invis not an Invis rune, Illusion rune, that's what I was looking for on Fury. So kind of a poor man's Manta style, definitely helping out in that situation. They do get the kill on to the Phantom Lancer with that Mana Void, and once everyone else out of lane, they're gonna be able to take care of the Screep Wave. Maybe put on some pressure on this tier 2 up top.
Baldy Seed AM has doubled his current kill count. As Invoker may initiate into Tide, but the gem has scouted him out.
They do have vision here, so Shadow Walk, the Ghost Walk, not gonna keep him alive. He went back in, but he was fast enough to stop. Now the Ravage. That was actually a bit of a problem here. They stacked their stuns very heavily, but they should still be able to grab 2 of these kills with Pwn also roaming in.
And they get the gem.
They didn't even realize that Miranda stole the Ravage again, but hey, good on him. Kind of 2 Ravages if you think about this. The double O-spike was also there from Zenigata. Once again, one of these communication issues, just stacking your stuns. This case, it didn't really bite them in the ass, but it definitely has the potential to in other situations. Mid lane, Pwn might be in trouble here. Is being slowed down by the Fusil, but has the heal going. Player needs to have a bit more help. Be able to bring this down. Haha is there, has the black hole available. Might just have to use it here. But Pwn running out of heals. There's Malefice, are just trying to right click him down. The rest of TB looking to come in to try and help. At least get some counter kills here. Tornado will snipe him out. Haha! The right click. Cooper's there, gets hexed up, and damage over time will be enough to bring down the Enchantress, but at what cost here? Surprise me please, Mundus Curse comes out, not really doing a lot of damage. Now there's Ravage from Zenigata once again. Might be enough time for them to actually get the hell out, especially with an extra Ghost Walk out from the Invoke, and them having lost the gem. An easy way to catch him. Zenigata caught in front though with another stun here that's been stolen by the Rubik here. Nice little stun down, haha, but they should still be able to track him down. Not enough. Tornado also a little bit too late. So TBE, they have to cut the losses, gave over a bit too much, or at least a bit more than they would have wanted to Scary Faces.
I think Scary Faces could have got more if Enigma had Soul Ringed and Black Hole the Invoker and line.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like, they got the kill on the line, so it's not too bad, but I think killing Invoker at this point is your #1 priority. They would have gotten the gem back, right?
Yeah, and Volker holding on to it. Definitely so Actually, Enigma, let's talk about him because he's building into the Agnum Scepter. What do you think about that? Yeah, he has it right now. Kind of adds to the duration.
It's the added damage. The only thing I don't like about this is he doesn't have Max Midnight Pulse. If he had only 2 points in Malthus and Max Midnight Pulse, I'd be more for this build. But at this point, he's not going to really benefit from the eggs too much. I think he would probably more so benefit from a BKB as he almost cast Black Hole there.
Well, now it's been silenced up, Cold Snap comes out, Miranda with a follow-up. They should have been the first here, but maybe not with a heal coming up. But there's a Ravage once again from Zenigata. Catching the Titan as well as finishing off the Enigma. But yeah, Agnum Scepter adding the Midnight Pulse, or another instance of Midnight Pulse, I should say, to the Black Hole. So if you get that off, max level Midnight Pulse before that, it's a lot of damage. That is percentage based as well.
Yeah. And I think there's just too many things to cancel the Black Hole.
Still waiting on the high ground here. Zenigata will figure that out now. I think he's Micro Fury at this time, but Bryson please up in front line, isolating with the Wyvern should be able to bring him down unless he has some help from player. Doesn't look like it. Another Ghost Walk, and he just speeds away in his Bugatti. And this is where this is what I imagine Vogus do when they Ghost Walk away like that. Just put on glasses, hop a new Bugatti, and just drive away. Like 300 kph or whatever.
Fury has 5,000 gold that he can't spend.
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
Like
Actually, you can't buy items
items.
with him. Yes.
Yeah.
Might be a big issue going forward if he never reconnects. Okay. Worst comes to worst,
And
he can abandon, and then everyone else will get the juicy money.
I don't think it's worth it.
No.
As he blinks into the trees here. Mid lane.
Yeah, they find Cooper, they find Shadowway. Oh, what's up here with the Ghost Walk? Obviously.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do they have the vision? They didn't bring sentries. Zenigata though, caught on the front line here, gets stun on player. Nightfall hacks and Cooper before any follow-up can up. That's his immediate setup. In the back here, player already dropping very low. BKB on Cooper. As Pone coming in from the back trying to do something, but now he's gonna be isolated. Head to the rest is Miranda. Pone's still alive, very hard to bring down up to this champ despite the BKB. Now another stun comes out, surprising police. Gone on by player. That Phantom Blast is very low. Same for Shadowway here with the impetus is coming through. It's these two heroes going down. Cooper now caught with his own Wayfire Blast, stolen by Rubik. This Pone, well, he's just he's just TPing out. I guess it works. Tornado just a little bit too late coming off cooldown, but they will at least catch the Winter Wyvern with that. It's another 3 kills going the way of Team Bad English. And hey, look at that. Fury. Not even in this game, but is still making it work. Getting even more off the map for Team Bad English.
I'm pretty sure Lion's controlling him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They just call it. I think it's a bit too early still, but... GG.
I think it's more of a psychological thing where they're like, oh, maybe we can win this game, but we're going to win it 4v5 type thing.
Maybe.
But I think you play that one out with the DC'd AM just in case you can't come back.
Yeah.
Like he can't buy items, right? And I think they can win 4v5 without the AM being able to buy items. So
kind of
maybe
sucks
it's
winning that way, but at the same time, it's not your fault if you scare faces. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh well, as it stands, a bit of a unfortunate and anticlimactic end to this game. But hey, TBE, they win 2-0. Congrats to them. They'll move on in the upper bracket, I would imagine. Brackets are not quite done yet, so. But I will keep you up to date on that as much as I can on my Twitter at DragonDropDota, #shamelessplug. You can follow me there, and also we had Mac_Dota. That was our statsman for the night. And last but not least, Mr. V Dota 2 on Twitter, right? Anywhere else?
That is correct. No, Twitter's great. I think I'm going to go back to this replay and look to see if AM has better last hit efficiency after he DCs or before. But kind of a fun series either way. We saw some great Rubik play coming out of Manrenda. He stole Ravage twice, made some great plays, and kind of the Invoker play also was super impressive to see Invoker player be that flexible and able to play Exhort and Quaswex at a very high level of play. So definitely a good series to watch if you want to look at Invoker play. A little bit hard with all the pauses, but some excellent play coming out here.
Right, of course, if you're watching from a replay, the benefit that you have is that you can skip through the pauses. So, in any case, that's us done for the day. I'll see if I can get the votes up tomorrow sometime, on some sort of channel. But yeah, of course, if you want to keep up with the tournament, you can head on over to joindora.com. There's a coverage page there, and you can also check out wellplay.co, the organizers for this tournament. Yeah, apart from that, all that's left to say for me is thank you guys very much for watching, and see you next time.